Hey everyone, Brandon with Everyday EV here with a different video, and what I mean by that is that I have somebody who is taking over the Everyday EV YouTube channel for a travel vlog going from Cleveland to Summit Point, West Virginia in our brand new Volkswagen ID.4, and if you really want to know who this is, I'll show you guys. Tyler!
Alright, so good morning everyone. It is Thursday and today is our trip day. So this morning I've already checked the tire pressures. We did a full 100% state of charge overnight, and right now the car is preconditioning, so that way I stay nice and cool at a cool 70 degrees the entire trip, and I don't have to worry about fussing with the climate control. It is starting to rain a little bit, so we might run into a little bit of rain. But currently I'm on my way to breakfast. It's my dad's birthday. Happy birthday, Dad. And I'll catch you guys later. Alright, so just finished up breakfast here. Before I actually started, I forgot to mention I did reset the trip computer on the ID.4, so that way I can actually get an accurate depiction of what my miles to kilowatt are for this trip. Started with the trip with about 299 miles. That is using AC at 70 degrees, and I entered the parking lot to breakfast with 290 miles. So we will see what I make when I go to the first destination. First one I'm picking is from Cleveland, Ohio to Clarion, PA. I'm taking Route 80 all the way out. I have Clarion picked just in case. I think if I can make it further, the next charger is 37 miles on the highway down in DuBois, PA. I will see whenever I get closer to Clarion what my range looks like. It looks like it's a 2 hour and 18 minute drive. It's 124 miles. So if I can make it that extra 37, I will just stop in DuBois for lunch. I'm going to eat lunch. I packed my own lunch for this entire trip, and dinner too. I will charge there, and I will see you guys when I get to the charger. Alright, so I made it here to Clarion, PA. From our house to breakfast with Dad and Mom, and then to Clarion, PA, I've done 138 miles. Now, I started the journey with about 290-ish miles at 100%. So I've been averaging about 3.6 to 3.7 miles to the kilowatt, which is insane because I've had the adaptive cruise control set from anywhere from 65 to 75 because it's kind of ranged in between. So I got to the charger super early. Right now I'm sitting at 146 miles. So the next one is actually only 37.2 miles away. What I'm going to do is just head to that charger because it doesn't make sense for me to charge here because I already have 146 miles. I will have to charge at the next one because the one in Bedford, PA I'm going to after DuBois, PA is a little out of my range. So I'm definitely going to have to charge. I'm probably only going to charge to 80%. So this car is awesome. I have to say the massaging seats in the travel assist, which I'll talk about in a later video on lunch, is amazing. I absolutely love this car. It's been so comfortable, so easy to drive. And yeah, really great features, and I just had to take a quick restroom break, which is why I'm here in Clarion, PA. This EA charger is actually at a Walmart, so it's kind of nice. There's lots of restaurants around too. Highway is literally like 0.1 mile, so you get off the exit and you're right here, which is great. And we will hit the road, we'll go to DuBois, PA, and then we'll continue the journey from on there. Here we are at this Walmart in Clarion, PA. Here's Electrify America. Here's our ID.4. There are 4 stalls here. Obviously none of them are taken. There's also plenty of restaurants too, if you're ever hungry and have a lunch break. So here we go, on to the next one. So we made it to DuBois, PA. As soon as I had left Clarion, PA, it has been downpouring. I don't know if you can hear the rain on the glass roof right now. But it was a downpour. So I went from 3.8 7 miles to the kilowatt, down to 3.4, just because of all the heavy rain. Total since we left home is 176 miles. Right now the car is showing we're at 31% and 89 miles. Plug in the car. Like I said, the ID.4 gets 3 years of unlimited free charging from Electrify America. That's one of the big reasons why I got this car, because I can do a whole road trip for free. Only exceptions are like food or, you know, anything like that. So it's super cool that, you know, I can charge for free and as much as I want to. Like, that is super cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and get plugged in, get started. I do need to take a restroom break, and I do need to eat lunch too. Alright, so I had to scarf down my lunch because of how fast this car charged. I'm here at the Walmart here in DuBois, like I said, with Try America charger. And by the time I walked in, used the restroom, came back, and ate my lunch and my chips. That's all I had time for. I'm already at 81%. And according to the EA app, I've only been charging for 28 minutes. That's how fast time goes by when you're charging. Delivered 37 kilowatts. So my next stop is only 109 miles away. And the car is showing 225. Plenty of range to get my next stop. But my next stop, when I get there, I'm going to see if I can make it to my destination or the charger right by my destination and then just charge from there. So I might even be able to skip the next one. We'll see. This car is awesome. I love it. So let's go ahead and unplug the car. And I'll kind of show you guys where this EA is located. I had a hard time finding it at first. It's tucked away, very, very far away at this Walmart. It is by the Lawn and Garden Center on the left side of Walmart, all the way in the corner. I had a hard time finding this. Usually they're on like the right side of parking lots for the most ones that I've been to. But this one was all the way in the left corner, like far, far left corner. It's a very, very big Walmart too, like one of the huge Walmarts. And it is 3 miles off of the highway that I came off of, so off of 80. So you do have to drive 3 miles back, which is fine. It's just all, you know, little town driving. I did notice too, as soon as I got off the highway, off of 80, I did notice that there is a Sheetz right off of Route 80. However, it has Tesla chargers. So for those who have Teslas, there you go. If you have any other EV, you'll come here to Walmart with Electrify America. These are the new chargers. Super cool. My husband's really jealous that I got to see these in person and he has yet to see these. So he's really jealous that I got to see these. I will show you guys because they look so cool. So cool. I love what EA has been doing with their chargers. We're already at 83%, so I need to go ahead and unplug and then we can continue. Alright, so I just want to show you guys what the chargers look like. These are the new Electrify America chargers that my husband has not seen. I haven't seen these either. Kind of have like a black box surrounding them. They look super cool. But yeah, so here's this Walmart, and it's right here, like all the way in the corner, which is kind of funny. So yeah, obviously you can hear the cooling fans going for the ID.4 because we're at 83%. What I'm going to do here is we'll go over here to the charger. Go ahead and unplug. There we go. Let's go ahead and put this back here. These are really big cables. Here in the ID.4 we do have a little cap for the CCS port. There we go. Go ahead and close that. Alright, so yeah, so this is Walmart. There's only 4 chargers here that, at least every EA that I've been to so far, only 4. So, but yeah, the car's been great. Like, literally my favorite car I've ever had in my entire life. And I've had lots of cars. This is by far my absolute favorite car. Best road tripper too. I love it. So comfortable. The massaging seats are amazing. If you guys haven't checked it out, definitely check it out. Oh, just a little bit of information too, in case you guys weren't aware. This is the first edition ID.4, so it is rear-wheel drive only. I really wanted this dust blue metallic. This is the color that I really wanted. This is the exact color I really wanted, and we got it from the dealer as a demo. But yeah, it's been great. So we're gonna go ahead and head on to the next one. So I finally got to Bedford, PA. A little frustrated because I did not take the turnpike. I took State Route 99, and it gave me a long detour to get to the Sheetz. We've been to the Sheetz before, actually, with our Chevy Bolt, but we took the turnpike last time, so it's directly off the turnpike. Like, as soon as you get out of the gates of the turnpike on 76 here in PA in Bedford, the EV chargers are right here. They're the same ones that were at Du Bois. I'll go ahead and show you guys. Ran into a Kona EV driver, so that was super cool. Only other car that's charging here. So we are at 287 miles. Let's see, total. Yep. Still, we're down to averaging 3.4 miles to the kilowatt. I think it's because I literally went up and down 2 mountain passes, so regen a ton, but also lost a ton of power. Right now I have 125 miles at 43%, but I know there's a lot more mountains I need to go through, so 125 miles is not going to cut it for me to get 100 miles from here. So I'm going to go ahead and plug in, charge. I'm probably going to go to about 85%, I think, until my next leg. But here we go. All right, so I just did a charge from 43% to 86% to get me to Stevenson City, Virginia for the next one. So that is going to be about 95 miles, so almost 2 hours from now. Should get there around 8 o'clock, it looks like, because I took a little bit of a break for dinner. This charger that I charged at was 150 kilowatt fast charger, and the one that I charged at first in Du Bois was 350. Seemed to get like the same rate-ish for a little bit, and then it kind of dropped down. But it only took 27 minutes. So for me, by the time I ate, went inside Sheetz, got what I needed, and came back out, it was already done. Cool. So now we're gonna be on the next leg. I believe this is going to be a lot more mountain passes too. It was really cool. Kind of met 2 other Bolt owners and a Kona EV owner too. It was really cool to kind of see all of us in a row taking up every single stall. It was super cool. You're all excited about using the network and everything like that, so it was great. But I'm gonna go ahead and head my next leg for almost 100 miles, and then I will catch you guys later. Finally made it to Stevens City, Virginia is the right way to say it. So I got here with 147 miles to go. I'm at about 51%. I only have 26 more miles to go, but whenever I get to Summit Point for the weekend with my track group, the first track that we're staying at does not have electricity, so I want to make sure I'm as topped off as possible for like during the night, because I'm going to try to camp in the car. We'll see how that goes. If I don't like that, I'm going to go ahead and set up my tent anyways. That way I have, 2 ways of doing it. It's supposed to be kind of cold, kind of chilly tonight, which would be nice. Brought my below 30 degree sleeping bag, so I'll be nice and warm tonight. I'm probably going to charge to, I'd say, 85-90%. This is a Sheetz. We're literally right off the highway, which is super nice, off of 81 South. Yeah, and then I just have a small, 25-minute drive to the northeast a little bit, to Summit Point, first stop for the weekend, and then we'll go from there. But so far, it's been great. I will say the one thing that I've noticed on this entire drive is the travel assist, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. Travel assist in the car, when you have adaptive cruise control and lane keep assist on, and lane steering on, sometimes the steering is a little jerky depending on how the lines are actually made. So if someone didn't paint the line correctly, it kind of jerks a little bit. It depends. It was great for the most part, except for some parts of a back route that I was taking, which is kind of through like the hills of West Virginia and Virginia. I was kind of going up and down and around a lot of curves, so the steering assist did a good job, but I had to kind of help it out from time to time. I have to say, though, that was super nice. I did take my, you can take your hand off for, I counted for maybe a minute or two, and then it warns you. But it actually does a really good job about keeping you in your lane. One thing that would be nice is auto lane change. That would be nice. I don't mind doing it myself, but it'd just be nice if it could do it for me. Other than that, I've been really surprised with this car. We are still at, let's see, long-term So we've done 381 miles. By the time we're done with this trip, we'll be over 400. And we're at 3.4 miles to the kilowatt, which is still really great for this car. This is so much better than what our Chevy Bolt would average on the same trip, using the same, roads that we took and using the same speeds. I think this car is super efficient, and I loved how comfortable it was. I used the massaging seats again towards the end of this trip because my back's getting a little stiff from sitting so much. But those massaging seats, at least in the back part of the seat, is super, super, super nice. So we're gonna go ahead and plug in. Like I said, we're only at like 51%. I don't expect it to take that long because I do want to get to Summit Point before it gets too dark, so I can at least put my tent up. I do have my flashlights too, so just in case we need that too. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and get charging. Go inside Sheets 2, do another restroom break, and then I'll see you guys in a little bit. So here we are in Stevens City. I am charging here. These are the kind of the old chargers. But yeah, kind of in a Sheets parking lot. As you can see, there's another Bolt that's actually charging there. But yeah, kind of right off the highway, so it's kind of nice. It's like right here. Let's see. Right now, just went to the restroom, just came back. We went from 51 to 61% while I was in there, which is pretty good. See what the... Okay, so right now it's doing about 72 kilowatts, which isn't... That isn't too bad. So I kind of figured it's been fast charged quite enough on this journey, but I'm only looking to get to like 85-90%. Anyways, just so I can kind of top off. That's just kind of like the point of it. It's just like topping off the battery. I don't really need to. I just wanted to for camping reasons, at least until we can get to a different track within Summit Point, and then I'll actually have electricity to plug in the car at night, so I don't have to worry about draining the battery. But I'm gonna test the battery tonight just to see how low does it actually get. There's chargers at Summit Point, so I don't have to worry about if I'm super low. They're always right there. It's really cool. So make sure I have a good base before I start camping in the car. And I'll show you guys what that cork is like. Based on what I found on the ID.4 forums, there's kind of a way to get like camp mode, in the ID.4 without actually pressing the camp mode button. I think Volkswagen, if you're bringing the ID Buzz out, I really want one of those too. But I think you need to bring camp mode to the ID.4 and to the ID Buzz. Some of us like to road trip, some of us like to camp in our own cars, and tent camp too, so it would be really, really nice to actually have like camp mode in our cars. Just saying. For future OTAs, which this car gets, it'd be really nice if you guys included that. I'll be the first to test if you want me to. Be happy to do that. Anyway, so I'm gonna get something to eat, still kind of snacky, and then once we're at 85-90, we'll hit the road. I will see you guys when I get to Summit Point. It's almost 9:15, and just got here with 85% charge. I think I charged to like 92, 93 at the Electrify America in Stevens City, Virginia. I have 236 miles. I think tonight I'm just gonna camp in the car, kind of reorganize, kind of show you guys what I have to do to reorganize the car to camp. We're gonna see if I can get camp mode to work tonight. We're gonna test it tonight, and I'll see how it goes tomorrow. Because where I'm at tonight is Jefferson Circuit at Summit Point Motorsports, and they don't have electricity here. So we'll see what happens. But thanks for coming with me, guys, on this first day of the journey. It's been great. It's been awesome. Ran into rain, some traffic, some construction, but overall super cool. So I typically average between 65 to 75 miles an hour, depending on construction zones and traffic. Usually had the adaptive cruise control set on. I had the full travel assist on as well, including lane avoidance, emergency braking, and lane steering and centering. So the entire trip I averaged 3.4 miles to the kilowatt, which is pretty awesome. Actually, I just look at it and it says 3.5, so that's even better. I think because I took the back roads to get here. But 403 miles total for this first part of my weekend trip. 3.5 miles to the kilowatt, and yeah, that's pretty awesome. So we will see you guys in the morning. All right, so good morning, everyone. It is Friday. I almost lost track of my day here. So camping overnight in the ID.4 without using the charger. Did try the trick on the form where you sit in the driver's seat, put your foot on the brake, the car turns on, right? And then it says to press the button on the steering column, and then from there you just have to put weight in the seat. So I put my duffel bag for the entire trip that I'm taking and my camera gear bag, which both of those weigh a little over 20 pounds, so about 20 pounds or a little bit more. And it seemed like it was enough. I had noticed the car, I was trying to change the climate sometime in the night. It wouldn't let me change it because it was getting actually kind of cold at first. Somewhere in the middle of the night, it did turn off. I don't know what really happened there. But it did start with 243 miles. I'm at 239, so I really didn't lose that much overnight. What I'm going to try, though, is Saturday and Sunday, I'm going to be plugged into an actual charger. I have two options. I can either do our portable level 2 that I have with the NEMA 1450, or I can just plug into one of the chargers that they have against one of the buildings behind me. We're going to try again tonight. If it doesn't work tonight, I'm just going to put out my tent. But the forms say it work, so we're going to try it. I tried it off a charger just to see if it'll work. I don't know what time it shut off in the middle of the night. It was a little hot this morning. I did have the windows cracked just enough to give me some little bit of fresh air. But it was still kind of stuffy and kind of hot in the car. A little bit, not too much. It was pretty cool last night, so it was nice. I know tonight and tomorrow is supposed to be even cooler throughout the night, so that actually might help me out more. Might leave my windows cracked just a little bit more, kind of help out with that. But we're going to get our day started. I'm not really going to do too much recording today. So we will see what I do. Alright, thanks guys. So really quick, I just wanted to see you guys the track we're going to be staying at Saturday and Sunday, which is Shenandoah. So here's ID.4. This is what it kind of looks like. There's the building over there. The chargers are right over there. There's also plenty of NEMA 1450s across the entire lot, which is super cool. This is a really big track, really fun track. I came on it last year with my Miata. But this year we're doing an EV road trip, so a little bit different. They have a little lunch grill there with restrooms up top. But yeah, pretty exciting place if you've never been to Summit Point Motorsports. It's a blast. There is a skid pad right here. That is a lot of fun. And no, the ID.4 is not going to go on there. I already told my husband I'm not taking the ID.4 even on parade laps, so we will see. So I just want to show you guys what it's like to camp in the ID.4. So I have my secondary charger and backpack here, and got my sleeping bag, my pillow, got my other stuff to the left of me. Last night I actually had the windows cracked because it was supposed to be like 50 degrees, and the car, I've noticed over the time that I've tried to charge it overnight, it is plugged in. I have immediate climate control selected within the infotainment whenever you turn off the car. And then I turned on the car for the night. It only stayed on for like an hour, and that's what I've noticed with this car, I've tried the true camp mode, and I can get it to turn on for like maybe an hour, and that's it. There's times where I'll wake up in the middle of the night and not even realize that I pressed the button for climate control again. Because in the infotainment, if the car is on, the car is plugged in, you can just click on the fan button on the infotainment, and it'll turn the car back on for another hour. So I noticed that I didn't do that last night because it was really cold, because I had all 4 windows cracked, just enough to kind of let some fresh air come in, and it was cold. It was definitely cold. I was inside my sleeping bag. I had it zipped up all the way. I was cold, but it was nice. Previous nights were a little hot for me, so those were super nice. But yeah, so you can camp inside of a Volkswagen ID.4, whether you're plugged in or not plugged in. The question is if Volkswagen will actually come out with an over-the-software update to allow something like this. I would assume that since they're working on the ID Buzz, the van, that they would have something like this. And if they do, I hope they give it to the ID.3 and ID.4. Because it would be awesome to have like a legitimate, there goes the car. It'd be awesome to have like a legitimate like camp mode. I got it to work for the most part for me. The only night that was extremely hot was the first night, so Thursday night. It stayed in the 80s overnight, and no matter how many times I got up to cool down the car, it just got too hot for me. But last night was the coldest. Night before was just as cold, like in the low 60s, so that was nice too. But yeah, so today's the last day. I am plugged into another charger. What we're going to do is right now it's charged at 80%. Around lunchtime, I'm going to tell the car to charge to 100%. It shouldn't take that long. Go from 80 to 100. And then once we get to 100, we're done here at like 5:30. Everyone's going to pack up and stuff like that. So I just want to make sure I hit the road with as much charge as I possibly can. So about 100%. If not 90 something is fine too. Yeah, and then we're gonna head home. Back home, we're gonna use the same route that I took. So going up 99 north, and then we're gonna take 80 west home. I think this time I'm not gonna do 3 stops. I'm gonna try and do 2, depending on when I can leave. If I can leave here at Summit Point with 100% state of charge, I will skip one of the chargers, and I would just go up to the first one, which is Bedford, PA. So I would do that one. Now that I know how to get there, because the bridge is closed from the non-turnpike route, that'll be fun. That was a terrible way to go, but now I got it figured out. Probably do Bedford, probably do Du Bois. Thing with those two though is whenever I was coming down, I was doing a lot of mountain passes. Now I was going mostly down the entire time, so now going home I'm going to be going up a lot of the mountain passes. So if I need to, I have chargers planned on my route that I can take as like a secondary, but Bedford and Du Bois are my 2 primary chargers for this trip, to at least stop at there. If I need to stop at another one, I will. I think after Du Bois I'll be fine. It's just in between here and Bedford, PA, and Du Bois, PA are a lot of mountain passes. The car did great though. Last time I did that, we regen 1 mountain pass and I literally got about 20 miles back. I just let it coast the entire time down. And it was a pretty steep drop. So that was cool. I would say regen is really cool in the car. So here are the chargers at Main Circuit. There's our ID.4 charging with a ChargeWay. There's 2 ChargeWays, 2 Teslas, just like the other one at Shenandoah. So it's kind of on the box. Track is literally right here. We have a beautiful sunrise this morning here. But yeah, so this is kind of where they're located. We have a few other buildings that direction. There is our classroom that we use. There's another building that we use. And yeah, it's kind of our setup. We are at 100%. I already preconditioned the car because I'm going to start driving in just a few minutes. I'll probably have the GoPros on like off and on. But we're gonna get to Bedford, PA, and then we're gonna go to Du Bois, PA. Then we're trying to get home. I should be home around like midnight to 1 a.m. We'll see. Lots of coffee is in the books. Trust me on this one. And yeah, so we're gonna have a lot of fun. And I can't wait to get on the road, get some jams in, get some podcasts in. But I'm excited. Excited for the return trip because it's gonna be a lot of uphill mountains instead of downhill like I did coming here. So super excited, got the car ready, and we're about to head out. And then we'll get going. All right guys, so we're getting ready to go here. Charge the car up to 100%. I'm gonna leave it in comfort mode for the drive modes, like I have this entire trip. Right now projected range is 272 miles. We have 106 to go to Bedford, PA. Should get there around 7:23. That is a Sheetz that I'm going to be stopping at like I did coming down. I'm going to get dinner there because I'm going to be hungry, but I got snacks to hold me over. So about an hour and 45 minutes is what it's saying, and then we will get going. So we made it to Bedford, PA. I didn't plug in for a few minutes because I met a second ID.4. So I met a second ID.4. They were a white first edition, so they were the white on gray combination. We have the blue on black combination. Super cool. They were so excited to see blue because they hadn't seen a blue one before. They saw a white one, another white one, when they were charging down in Hagerstown, Maryland. Super cool. We were talking about how much we love our ID.4 so much. They've had theirs for just 2 months and absolutely love their ID.4 as much as we do. Seriously, this is like my favorite car that we've ever owned. I love this car so much. It's so great. It's also great. Anyway, so last Summit Point Motorsports with 270 miles at 100%. I got here in Bedford, PA, which was a 106 mile trek with 58% at 165 miles. Now, I did go up 3 mountain passes, so they were kind of steep. I did try to regen as much as I possibly could going down, but then we ended up going back up again. So, honestly, pretty good so far. So, let's see. Okay, so we're averaging, so that part of the trip, which had the most amount of mountain ranges that I was actually going to be going through, was 3.2 miles to the kilowatt, which is actually pretty good. There were some parts where there was kind of some traffic. Probably could have continued, but I'm super hungry. I haven't had dinner yet. I also want to get some coffee and some snacks for the road because I ate all my snacks the last 5 days. So I probably should have packed more. Shame on me. I'll know for next time. But yeah, car's doing great. So long term, we're looking at 3.4 miles to the kilowatt for this entire trip. So pretty good. But this car is going to charge faster than I can talk, to be honest. This car charges pretty quick. So I'm going to go into the Sheetz here in Bedford, PA with Electrify America chargers. You guys have seen them in my first part of the video going down for my trip. Same exact chargers. I'm hitting up the same exact places here and there. What I might do is from Bedford, PA here to Du Bois. I might be able to bypass Du Bois and just go to Clarion, PA, because Clarion, PA is only like 37 miles down the road. That might be easier for me anyways. Both of them are in Walmarts, so it really doesn't matter to me which one I stop by. Just so I can see how tired I am, if I need to eat more food, or whatever it is. But yeah, so really excited to meet another ID.4 owner. I was hoping to see another one. We were hoping a black first edition would have pulled in, because then that would have been all 3 colors for the US here. There's also silver, but I don't know if anybody has ever gotten silver or the moonstone gray. But anyways, super cool. We had a good conversation about how much we love our cars and everything like that. It's such a great time with this car. Yeah, and then we would hit the road again. So we're here in Clarion, PA. Decided to skip Du Bois because I wanted to try and get as low as we possibly could for charge. Started out in Bedford, PA with 95%, 270 miles. We only went 141 miles. But between Bedford, PA and Clarion, PA, at the Clarion, PA Electrify America station. It's at a Walmart. Ran into a lot of traffic, so I didn't really do that well this time. We're down to that trip. I only got 3.1 kilowatts or miles per kilowatt. So far on our trip, we're averaging 3.3. So I was going a little bit faster, but it's just because there's lots of little traffic. I'm actually not feeling that tired. I've had the massaging seats on for a little bit. Actually, for the last hour I've had the massaging seats on. They kind of turn off after about 15, 20 minutes. It just felt really good. And then the travel assist literally makes it so easy to do a road trip in the ID.4. I'm so comfortable. I feel like I can actually focus on the road, and the car really helps me out. So I don't feel as tired. But I do need to do a bathroom break. I do need to charge. I arrived with only 88 miles. So I definitely used a lot more power and electricity than what I intended to arrive at. But that's okay. I knew I was only going to arrive with 88 miles, which comes 33%. So I'm still pretty good. I would have liked to have arrived with about 45 to 50, but traffic did not allow that. Yeah, so I'm going to plug in here. I didn't use this charger last time. Last time I skipped this one, but I did visit it, and I went to Du Bois instead. But we're doing the opposite this time. Only other car that's here with me is a second-gen Leaf, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so we're going to get plugged in, get charged, and then get some stuff from Walmart. So finally made it home. It's about 1:40. Yeah, so my trip is finally done. In total, I did about 1,000 miles. Total average was 3.3 miles to the kilowatt, which is pretty good for the amount of driving I did, type of terrain I was on, all the mountain passes I did, and etc. From Clarion, PA to home, there really wasn't much traffic. It was actually really, really empty after that. Actually, once I had left I-80 and gotten to a different interchange, it was completely empty. So it was super nice coming home. We're now home. I'm going to make sure to change it back to only 80% charge. We don't need 100% anymore. But yeah, so this car was a blast. Really love taking this on a road trip. Can't wait to do more too. This was super, super awesome. Fun journey. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you guys in the next one.